What's up, you guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. You are joining me on my GLP-1 journey featuring ZEPBOUND. So it's been a while since I've made a video, and I sincerely apologize. It's been so much going on in my life, just so much has transpired within these past couple of weeks. So I did have to skip a week of recording, but that just means that there's even more for me to update you guys on for us to talk about. So I want to jump right into it. So, as you guys saw from the clip, I have finally reached the end of my 2.5 injections. So, we are done with the 2.5s, you guys, and we have officially moved up to the 5. You see it. Yes. 2.5 is done. I told you guys I was not playing. That 1 pound that I lost that I was so distraught about in my last video, I could not get over that, and I could not wait to talk to my doctor about that so that she could increase my dosage. So we are officially on 5 milligrams. Okay. So I cannot wait to start the 5 milligrams to tell you guys all about it, to let the difference and how my body reacts and all the things. If you didn't get a chance to see my last video, don't worry. I'll put the link somewhere in the description so you guys can go back and catch up. So the last injection site was the arm. And the arm, it hurt, as I mentioned on the last video. It wasn't excruciating, but the injection, I definitely felt it, and it did leave a little bit of the swelling, and it stayed there. It was like I showed it on the last video, but it was like the area where I injected it had swollen up a little bit. I mentioned that it was like comparable to like a hive or something, like when you break out of hives, or maybe like a mosquito bite. And so that swelling in the area persisted for a couple of days. It stayed swollen for a couple of days, and I felt it, like, when I would touch the area, I could feel it. And that lasted for a few days. I don't think there was any bruising or anything. If it was, I probably wouldn't know because it was on the back of my arm. No one told me that I had any bruises or anything like that, but I definitely felt it. Also, I did have some nausea. I've had very little nausea prior to the arm injection. But after that, I noticed that there was like an increase in the nausea. The nausea persisted for maybe about 2 to 3 days. It was still pretty mild, no vomiting, but I felt real like just not good. What I've been eating. So, if I can, I'll insert a few pictures of some of the things that I've been eating, but I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Your girl's been eating. She's been eating. Um, I have had, um, well, let me say this. I haven't been eating a lot of unhealthy stuff. I still been lots of protein, vegetables. But I've been kind of taking in a few more carbs than what I usually have, specifically bread. Yeah, if you know me, bread is it's my weakness. I love bread, biscuits, cornbread, a croissant, tortillas. I love bread. So the bread has been a thing for me this go round. And but you know me, you know I always come with a but, and I got a big one. So my but is that I have been working out. I've still been doing my home workouts. We haven't made it to the gym just yet. We haven't. But I've still been doing my home workouts, and they've gotten intense. And I've also joined this like 28-day Pilates challenge. So that's been kind of interesting too. But the home workout has definitely been working, and which leads me to weight updates. So, as you guys can see by this smile, I am so excited. So again, like I mentioned, I've I it's been a few weeks. By the time you guys see this, it would have been maybe 2 weeks since the last video. I don't remember exactly what my last weight was when I did the last weigh in, but I know what it is this time, and I'm satisfied. So I stepped on the scale and it was, I think, 184. You guys, 184. So I have to go back, and if I can, I'll insert the weigh in from the previous video. I'm so excited about that. I really, really am, because I'm starting to see not only the results of the medication kicking in, but from the workout, right? So I've officially finished my whole box as of this video. So that means it's been 4 weeks. So remember when we first started, the very first injection, I was 193, I think. So 193 to 184, 9 pounds. Yeah, 9 pounds in 4 weeks. I'll take it. I'll take it. So that 1 pound, that one little lonely, little pathetic little pound that I lost with the last video and the last weigh in, which again was 2 weeks ago, um, she came back. She came back with a vengeance, and I stood on business just like I told you guys I would. So I am very proud of that. I'm very proud of myself for being consistent with my workouts. Again, like I mentioned, my eating habits have not been the best. I will admit that 100%. However, I think that just from me being disciplined prior, the medicine is going to have a different effect. That's just what it is. But the best thing that I feel like any and everybody can do is go into it with your disciplined eating habits. That way, if you fluctuate or if you have a bad day, or, I hope it's not a whole bad week. I didn't have a whole bad week. I just had a couple of bad days within the past couple of weeks. But if you have a bad day or a couple bad days, then your body will give you grace. That's the best way I could put it. Your body will give you some grace for when you do have a bad day or a couple of bad days. And I honestly believe that that's what happened with me. I feel like my body gave me a little bit of grace because I had already began to have the better eating habits. So that really worked out in my favor, and I'm really, really proud of myself about that. So pats on the back for me. What else? Um, so remember Last week we talked about what is food noise. So I did a little research. Thank you to TikTok University. And they explained what food noise is, and it makes sense. So basically, food noise is just when you are having constant thoughts about food. It could be you could just be living your normal everyday life and you might see a billboard, or you may, smell something or go past your favorite restaurant or whatever, and then you just start having these thoughts about food. Not exactly cravings, but like thoughts, almost where like the food is talking to you, right? Like, you want me, come get me, like that. So I do think that that is what I was experiencing, and why the carbs may have had their way with me these past couple of weeks. Because let me tell y'all what the one, and this is no endorsement, no advertising for them at all, but the one that gets me every time, the Hawaiian rolls. Every time. Every time the Hawaiian rolls is gonna do it for me. Sliders, and just with, don't let some little sauce, when your food touch your plate and you get some little sauce or something to touch it. Ugh. But yeah, the food noise was definitely real for me. Um, Something else I wanted to share with you guys. Now, I'm gonna I'm going to hold your hand as I say this to you, because for some of you, and especially for the ladies, you guys are not going to like this. And again, before I say this, let me preface it with, like I said, everybody is different. Everybody's reactions and side effects might hit them differently, right? But I remember being told that there was a possibility that you could experience some hair loss. And yeah, I experienced some hair loss. That's why I'm sitting here looking crazy. Not too much on me, because I've been going through it. That's been also a part of why I had to go on a little sabbatical because my hair has been crazy. Typically, I don't have a lot of breakage, right? I'll get some, of course. And when I comb it out or when I brush it out or whatever, but it was significant. Like, I mean, I I don't want to use the word clumps or chunks because it seems a little drastic. I thought about taking a picture and inserted it, but to be honest, like, it just seemed like too graphic. And I know, I'm being extra. But it did seem a bit graphic, only because I know that there are people who are very sensitive when it comes to hair loss, right? For, whatever their reasons are. And so I didn't want to offend anybody. But it was what I considered to be a lot. A lot of hair loss it depends on the individual and what they consider to be a lot. But to me, it was a lot. And I do feel like that was, you know, partly in due to the medication. So I'm going to try to leave it out for like a week. I'll just do like, a regular ponytail or a little bun or whatever, for maybe about a week or so, and just kind of monitor as I comb or as I brush through my hair how much goes out. And then I'm going to go back to a protective style, like a quick weave. And then once I take that out, then I'm going to kind of monitor just so I can compare which one works better, so I can compare which one I got more hair loss with me just leaving it out and wearing my natural hair, or trying a protective styles. Again, I'm no medical expert. I'm no GLP-1 expert. I'm no ZEPBOUND expert. I'm no hair expert. But I believe, just based off of, my own research and based off of what I've been told by my medical team. Medical team. That sounded so dramatic. uh, I do believe that. And that was just one of the side effects from the GLP-1. So just a heads up, like I said, you may or may not experience that. My hope and my prayer for you is that you don't. But just a heads up that that could very well happen. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I am very excited about going into this 5 milligram dosage. I'm very much looking forward to how that is going to, you know, aid in how that's going to show up in my results. So, the next couple of updates are going to be pretty good. I promise you guys, I'm going to try to stay on track. I'm going to try to, make this a weekly thing. But like I said, there's just been a lot going on these past 2 weeks. So yeah, but I won't make a habit out of it. But if I do, I'm gonna come back with some goodness like I did this time. Like I feel like this update was really good. It's just me. It's probably just me. Like, cause I'm so excited about this weight loss, you guys. I really am. And what it did more than anything was it motivated me to do better, to eat better, and to be more disciplined with my eating habits, and to keep working out. So whether I get to the gym or not, the home workouts are working clearly. So I am definitely going to continue on with that. I am still doing my vitamins, so still taking my prenatal tablets, still taking the fiber. I also forgot to mention to you guys, and I don't know how, because I've actually been doing this since I began this too, since the first injection, but apple cider vinegar shots. So every morning, well, maybe not every morning, but at least 4 days out the week, I wake up in the morning before I eat anything. After I brush my teeth, I take a shot of apple cider vinegar. So what you do is you get a little shot cup or a little shot glass, and you can use your own discretion, but I use 2 tablespoons. I don't know the difference between teaspoons and tablespoons, but the bigger spoon. I get 2 of those and put it in a shot cup, a little bit of lemon juice and Himalayan salt, and the rest water, and mix it all up. And I take a shot of apple cider vinegar every morning. So I've been doing that also, along with all the other things. I don't know how I forgot to mention that to you guys, because I've actually been doing that, like I said, since I started taking the injections. So that could be working well too. I do that because I was told that that helps to burn belly fat specifically. So I just figured I'd throw that on up in there with everything. Something's gotta work, right? Something's gotta work. But yeah, it's a little hard to stomach in the beginning, but you do get used to it. Please, please, by all means, do not do not just take one shot of apple cider vinegar. Dilute, please. Even if you don't do the lemon juice and the Himalayan salt and all that stuff, mix it with water. You will tear your stomach lining up if you just try to take a full shot of apple cider vinegar by itself. Please listen to me. Don't do that to yourself. You're going to regret it. I am still drinking my water. Still drinking my water. You should be drinking water too. I don't understand how people, especially adults, say that they don't drink or they don't like water. I don't understand that. It's weird to me. I enjoy my urine being clear and having no odor. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me. I love water. I do. So still drinking lots and lots of water, as often as I can. And yeah, just trying my hardest to be good to myself and to maximize the results from this. Because again, we are putting our bodies through something. It's not drastic, it's not major, it's not surgery, but we're still putting our bodies through something. And if we're going to do that, then we might as well try to maximize the potential of this medication or whatever medication we're taking. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's all I have for you for this update. Stay tuned for next week's update. Like, you guys be good to yourself. Love you.